This morning we hear the gospel story of Jesus' entry into Jerusalem. We read it from John's gospel, and it is the briefest of all four of the stories that tell of Jesus coming. Hear these verses and imagine yourself in the crowd. The next day, the great crowd that had come to the Passover festival heard that Jesus was coming to Jerusalem. So they took branches of palm trees and went out to meet him, shouting, "God save us! Hosanna! Blessed is the one who comes in the name of the Lord, the King of Israel." Jesus found a donkey and sat on it. As it is written, "Do not be afraid, daughter of Zion. Look, your king is coming, sitting on a donkey's colt." This is John's story of Palm Sunday. May it add blessing to your celebration this day. I want to say these few words to our confirmation class in particular, because today is one of those special days in your life, but not yours alone. Your family, who is gathered around you here, and your bigger family at Orleans United Church. All together, we share in the joy of your decision and in the blessing of a loving God. But honestly, none of us here expects at this very moment that you will have all the answers of life and faith. What we really hope for you is that you will welcome this day as a new beginning in Christian living, as someone who thinks and feels and believes and acts like an adult follower of Jesus. Because honestly, the confidence that any of you or any of us has in faith is not really in our capacity to believe absolutely in God, but that God believes in us absolutely. I've often thought about Jesus coming into Jerusalem on Palm Sunday in this same way. Some of us assume that Jesus knows all the answers of what's to come because of his special relationship with God. But what if Jesus was more like us? Not so much convinced that what he is doing right then on Palm Sunday was absolutely necessary, but confident that by doing it this way, God was helping prepare him for the decisions still to come. Could it be that Jesus was saying his yes to God in that simple way, by climbing onto a donkey and coming into Jerusalem? And that through Jesus' willingness to do this, God was encouraging him to trust that God believed in him absolutely. Now listen again to the confirmation of the crowd. Everyone waving palm branches, shouting, "Hosanna! Blessed is the one who comes in the name of the Lord." Perhaps God was using all those people as instruments to assure Jesus that God was indeed with him. Listen to the confirmation of all these people this morning, and hear God's personal affirmation of you. Then stand confidently to say your yes to God in this simple way called confirmation. And even if you're not absolutely sure of what it all means, know that you stand in good company with believers past and present who, like Jesus, have trusted God even more than themselves to bring sincerity to their faith and to their actions. Believe that when you, like Jesus, honestly give yourself over in this moment, God will use this moment and these people to confirm you and prepare you for the decisions of faith which are still to come. May it be so for each of you. May it be so for all of us today.
Just as we heard the story of Jesus' path to Jerusalem, today we also pay special attention to the path of 10 amazing young people from this congregation who have spent the last 3 months exploring their faith and their relationship with the church as they considered for themselves the promises their parents made for them in their baptisms. Now, OUC's youth confirmation program is a very different model than what many of us who grew up in the church are used to. Instead of the rote learning and lectures that many of us experienced in our confirmation classes, our young people focus on building relationships in our congregation as we match each youth with an adult mentor. Together, the pair works through prescribed course materials, learning what it means to be a person who lives out their faith in everyday life. As these pairs spend time with each other in prayer and conversation, the young people and their mentors model for each other what it truly means to live in Christian community. And the ripples touch us all. I'm wondering if we could just see if you have been touched by our confirmation program, either serving as a saint that was interviewed or as a mentor or someone who has been confirmed here at OUC or who is a family of someone who's been confirmed. Just raise your hand if you have been touched in some way by our confirmation programs. How delightful. This is my favorite Sunday of the church year. I just have to say that. In a few moments, we will celebrate confirmation and communion together, and we will witness the most precious and holy ways that we are church, sharing and learning and growing together as we follow the example set for each of us by Jesus. Today, 10 more exceptional young people and one of their adult mentors will say yes to following this path, professing their faith and committing their lives to Christ. What a blessing each of you are to our faith family, and we are so delighted to be sharing in this day with you.